If Harry Potter goes back to Hogwarts, he will be in mortal danger. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another brand new LP from me. Playing a game that maybe not a whole lot of you have played or seen, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Honestly, this is something I've been wanting to do for years now, just because I wanted people to be aware of how awesome this game is. And yeah, but I guess I just thought I wanted to get an LP of a different game. Probably know the name if you've been watching some of my other videos, which you probably haven't, but whatever.
Welcome to the burrow, Harry.
I wanted to get an LP under my belt first before I started this off. But yeah, this is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Gamecube.
Did any of you
looked
ever give a
things
thought
up,
of how
and
worried
actually,
I'd be
I was not aware of this
Byzantine
until
no-note
just a couple of days ago when I was watching some
out of my
on
mind
quick
with
stream
worry.
stuff.
Did you care?
The
Never.
PC
As
version of
long
this
as
game
I
is a
was alone.
completely
Now get
different
outside and start
game,
denoming.
so I'm
I've had it up
playing
to
the
here with
GameCube
all
version
of you.
via Dolphin.
Except you, of course, Harry. I'm not cross
The
with you.
cutscenes for this game actually have a couple of narrated excerpts from the book, which is pretty cool, but if you don't know the story of Harry Potter, I'm not really sure why you're watching this then, but
so much this summer.
yeah,
I'm a little rusty.
A massive Harry Potter fanatic, and I've always been a big fan of the games, just because I just love any video game that allows me to explore Hogwarts and
when you're ready, we'll meet
be a
you
nuisance
in the
Wizarding World. And this is my favorite of the Harry Potter games. I have played this one and Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince. This one is truly smashing, as Ron has already said.
I learned some second-year magic.
But yeah, this is
be able to get the shield.
If the different icons mapped to buttons in the top right corner of the screen isn't already an indication. This is kind of sort of a Zelda clone, except instead of items being mapped to buttons, you have spells being mapped to buttons, and it's really fun. And it also helps that Chamber of Secrets just so happens to be my favorite of the Harry Potter series. Like, not favorite book, not favorite movie, just favorite year in general, because it's both my favorite book and my favorite movie. Chamber of Secrets.
They're heading for the garden.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the game's audio is kind of glitchy. I hope that isn't a significant problem. I was playing through this game earlier, as evidenced by the little thing when it showed the memory card and showed that I had a save file on here already. But yeah, I was just testing the game out and making sure I remembered how to play. And yeah, I didn't have any issues, but I also was playing with it muted.
To meet our washing machine.
My parents' house at the time.
Dad tried charming it. Now it's anything but charming.
I'm mostly talking
this is a good opportunity to practice some dueling.
The game as a whole, not really talking about what's going on right now, because
opens its door.
Well,
and
this
keep
opening sequence is
when the door is open.
It's okay as opening sequences go as far as the tutorial is concerned, but it's not a whole lot to say. Although this washing machine boss is kind of fun. Pretty easy. You just gotta wait for him to open up doors and then Flipendo. And Flipendo will be your basic damage dealing / interacting with things spell for. So if you're not a fan of Flipendo, then it's not the Harry Potter game for you.
Kitchen.
Wait a minute, we didn't sort it.
Frog.
What house do you think that washing machine is in?
Before you can catch it.
Right, let's go throw
You know,
some
the funny
gnomes.
thing is, for weeks leading up till I finished my Banjo-Tooie LP, I was dead set on playing a different game, but then I, like, at the very last minute before I started recording, clicked on this one instead of that other game. I still have every intention of playing that game, and we'll probably be doing them simultaneously.
We need to get a move on with the denoming. Mom will go mad if she finds any gnomes left in the garden.
It's been a while since I've watched the movie. I'm not even sure if denoming is in the movie.
What you have to do is flipendo them until they're dazed and confused.
I think it is.
Then you grab hold of them and spin them round.
Exaggerated. In fact, it doesn't nearly as much time as this game does.
Wow, I've got to try this.
I like how they have the little pictures of buttons in all
the gnome, pick it up, spin it around, and chuck it over the low
parentheses.
wall.
I know what things are.
I bet you can't throw a gnome as far as Fred did.
Or hit any of the targets in the fields over there.
I need to work on my British accent. I do a lot of musicals in community theater, and you'd be surprised just how large of a percentage of Broadway musicals take place in London. So there was, at one point, I actually did have
Number 8.
one of my castmates
throw, Harry.
teach me how to talk in a British accent convincingly. That was kind of interesting. I don't know. I thought my voice sounded much more
That was rubbish.
dignified when I wasn't using the accent, because it kind of went from saying "dearly beloved" to "dearly beloved." I'm just like, what am I saying? But I'm not here to make fun of British people's accents, because
That was rubbish.
yeah, that was rubbish. That was worse than trubbish. Yeah, the gnomes have a garden health bar, and I guess I haven't really talked about it yet, but one of the principal collectibles, and also the reason I don't intend on going for 100% of this game, is those wizarding trading cards things, which were addressed in other Harry Potter games as a thing that kids collect, which is pretty neat. And they do serve a purpose in this game in that you collect a certain amount of them and your health bar goes up, which is nice, and I will be collecting as many of them as I can, but to this date I have no idea how you get all of them, so I don't intend on getting all of them. But I did get one for busting Fred's record earlier, and you might get one for hitting the targets, but as you can see, I am total rubbish at hitting the targets. Also, I think I'm overshooting them, that's my problem. This one is definitely going towards the target. Alright, well I hit the target. Did I get a card? No. But that was kind of nice to end on a high point there.
Big
And
day
the graphics
tomorrow.
for Mrs.
Diagon
Weasley
alley,
look
then
really
platform
weird
9
to
and
me.
3/4.
I
For
don't know, the
someone
way how
who's
she's
never
just
been named
completely
before,
unmoving,
you've done an excellent
standing
job,
while
Harry. Almost
her
as good as
arms on her
Gilderoy Lockhart himself.
stomach
Thanks,
and
Mrs.
facing
Weasley.
towards Harry and away
I think
from everyone
you deserve
else.
a chocolate frog.
Chocolate frogs are massive in this game, and it's not just because I'm 12. Yeah, so the Z button just opens up your handy-dandy little stuff with stuff, and you can already tell this looks like a Zelda game. You know, you got your map screen, you got your inventory, your to-do list, quests, but there's not really a traditional day system. But I thought I hit. Oh, it was A to end day, not
Weasley woke
C.
them all early the following Wednesday. She took a flower
but
pot off
you
the
kind of
kitchen
have a
mantelpiece,
kind
and everyone
of sort of
grabbed a
day system,
handful
which
of
basically
flue
just
powder.
means
Harry had
the
never
game will
travelled
never
by flue
force
powder
you
before,
to
and when he scattered
continue
the
on if
powder
you
into
want
the
to focus on
fireplace,
getting
he
some side
immediately
quests done.
swallowed a lot of
There
honey.
isn't really a lot of like optional stuff that you could get screwed out of by like going ahead,
It
because
felt as though he was being
this
sucked down a
game just has
giant
an
plug
end state where you're just
Harry
able
tried
to
to keep
run
his
amok in
eyes
the
open,
castle
but
and
the
do whatever you
whirling made
want,
him
which
feel
is where
sick. He closed his eyes,
nearly
wishing
all
it
the
would
collectibles
stop.
are going to be
And
found
then
anyway.
He fell.
It will be a lot of fun when we get to the castle, but we probably won't in this segment. Because if you are familiar with the story of Chamber of Secrets, there's a couple of things that are going to stop us from getting to Hogwarts easily. In fact, Harry never gets to Hogwarts easily. Heck, in the 7th book, he never even makes it there at all. Oh, sorry, spoilers. So now we're in evil bookshop world. And we got our first save point of the game, which just so happens to be as far as I got in the game in my practice run. So now I am going, not blind, because I've played through this game multiple times, which is why I wanted to talk to the masses about how much I love this game. But yeah, we just got some more beginning of game exhibition to get through here.
It's Lucius and Draco
If you
Malfoy.
get too close to that hand off to the left part of the screen, you just kind of get stun locked in, and it's
Mr. Ball.
pretty effective
Mr.
jump scare in the
Malfoy,
movie.
What a pleasure to see you again. the Ministry of Magic is conducting more raids, and I have a few more items like this at home that
Voice
might
acting's not
embarrass
bad.
me.
Animations kind of
That you are
speak to the
willing
whole
sell?
early 2000s-ish
I'll
of
expect
it.
you tomorrow at the manor
they're
to pick them up.
Obviously
Good day.
way better than
Good day.
64 era graphics-wise, but like the animations aren't exactly super fluid, and everything is oversized compared to the characters for some reason. I don't know why I'm like drawing internal conclusions in my head to that Grinch movie. That may have come out like within a year of Chamber of Secrets, because I think Chamber of Secrets was 2002, I want to say. Oh, hey, remember in Banjo-Tooie when we had to sneak up on stuff? Yeah, we have to do it, but like just this once, I think. So you learn new spells by big glowy books, and we just got access to a big dark tunnel, so what do you suppose the odds are? Oh, hey, Lumos. And I'm just gonna equip that to Y and continue to get hit by the evil hands shockwave attack? I didn't know it could do that. I hate when the default option on the save station, I'm just gonna call it the save station, is no. Also, I love the noises, and when he says Lumos, Lumos, you can light up different stuff like this, and kind of like the entrance to Diagon Alley where you gotta tap on the wall in certain places. That's kind of what that reminds me of. And look, more treasure chests, as if this game didn't have enough resemblances to Zelda. And that is just a health regenerating thing. But I suppose this Nocturne Alley basement more or less serves as our introductory. Like there isn't a boss, I don't think. But this game doesn't really have a lot of bosses to begin with. But yeah, we just got a lot of things to get past, and puzzles to solve, and items to get, and it's gonna be a fun time. At least I'm having a fun time. So, how many of you out there are fans of... Whose line is it anyway? If you're not, and you're a fan of comedy, I strongly suggest checking it out. It's a truly smashing improv comedy show. There's a reason I'm bringing it up. There is one particular game that's part of that show called I think it might just be called the party game, where basically one player is at the party and a couple of people,
Hedwig!
3 other players will have different identities assigned to them, and they'll act them out, and the host has to guess who they are. Anyways, a bunch of my friends were all big fans of this game, and it'll come into play later on, but there's some areas in the game where you have to sidle along some narrow entryways, or siddle, as I like to say. Although Harry seems to have an addiction to gasping, because like if you get even remotely close to the ledge, see if I can make him do it here. So I go, yeah, here we go. Oh darn, he just jumped. A lot of times if you get him like at even remotely close to the ledge, he'll just gasp really loudly, and then if you're close to another ledge, he'll do it again. So he just gets locked into going. So we were playing this party game, and someone got Harry Potter, and they literally just like
Here you go.
gasped, moved 2 inches, and gasped again, and it was so funny. Maybe it had to be there, but it was really funny. That was also around the same time when Mario Golf Tour came
Brilliant!
out.
Thanks, Hedwig.
And that particular game had a truly smashing... I promise I'm gonna stop with that joke soon. Anyways, it had a website with some live-action, full-motion video of like a fake golf analyst talking about all the characters and whatnot. Anyway, Waluigi... Oh, there we go, there's the gasping animation. Thank you, Harry. for showcasing that not that long after I was talking about it. That time I actually fell. That was too quick for me. Anywho, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. Anyways, like Waluigi gets interviewed maybe 3 times in those website videos, and all 3 times he accuses someone of cheating. So someone got Waluigi while we were playing that party game, and they just go, "Wow, everybody's a cheater," and we're like, "Oh, Waluigi!" Best part of that website is probably Wario, because he introduced me to this joke that I had never thought of before, and probably wasn't that original, but I still found hysterical anyway, which is, there may be no I in team, but there's an M and an E, and that spells me. That's my best Wario voice that I could muster at this current point in time. Alright, I would really like it if I could stop falling, so we're going to do something I wasn't expecting to do so early on and make a save state. I can kind of see outlines of where the holes in the floor are, and good, I made it this time. Gotta crawl into this space. And is this a door? Yes, it is. But first we're gonna look for any hidden stuff. That door is non-openable, so we'll go this way. Am I outside? I don't think so. Yeah, I gotta go up a few levels before I'm outside. Oh, I gotta sneak up on people? I thought I was done with that. Alright then. Alright, so here's... okay, they call it wall sneaking. In Zelda Wind Waker they call it sidle, but I always referred to it as siddle. In fact, I only just recently learned that it actually is pronounced sidle. Alright. Well, looks like
the door's locked.
Oh, never mind.
The door's locked. That door's locked.
That door's locked. I was trying to cycle through all the different ways for him to say that a door's locked. I know what I need to do right now. I think we're gonna have a mouse with a key somewhere around here. Hence why we had the text box instructing us to sneak up on stuff. Maybe that was just telling us about the wall sneak. Well, at least we got a Bernie Bott's Every Flavor bean. I guess I hadn't explained these yet. Sick. I bet they didn't mean sick like they mean sick in the Tony Hawk games. Anyways, Bernie Bott's Every Flavor beans are essentially currency in this game. And each time you pick one up, they will tell you what flavor it is. So I guess Harry's like tasting all of these the instant he's picking them up off the ground. It's like, man, Harry, you picked up a piece of candy off the ground and you're surprised when it tastes bad. Go figure. Alright. I hope this won't take this long to figure this out. Like I said before, I'm not going in blind, but I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Wait, here we go. I got a box to grab. Yeah, because there's a... looks like there's a thing I can... a switch? Yeah. We gotta find the switch! And now we got some other things to do on that side of things. Good. I love going over this little thing in the middle over here. It's just so much fun. I enjoy every second of it. What's in here, you might ask? Oh, just another... oh, goody, more cards.
Number 5. Gulliver Pokeby.
I might try to start leaving those on screen for long enough just in case you want to pause the video and actually read the stuff that it's about, because some of them are kind of interesting. I'm going to date myself a little bit here and say that when this movie was coming out, which, as you might expect, is also when this game was coming out, I was a subscriber of Disney Adventures magazine. It was a really good magazine for its time. I don't think it's around anymore, but it's probably the one magazine I was really into as a kid. The only other magazine I really got into was maybe Popular Science, but that was like around high school / end of middle school, so I don't... That depends on where you draw the line for childhood to adolescence, but... Yeah, and so they actually had a section in that magazine showcasing all of the famous wizard card things, so I actually knew what most of them were prior to playing this game anyway. So I was like, hey, I remember that from the magazine.